Hello again, everyone. Today I am talking about one of my favorite entries this year. I'm talking about Israel Eden Alene's song Feker Libi. I am so excited to be talking about this song finally because this song came out like a week or 2 weeks ago, and I've been listening to it so much since it came out, and I'm deeply fascinated by this song and everything about it because it's an Israeli entry, which, Israel's been really stepping up to the plate in the last few years. I thought actually Kobe Marini's song was actually pretty decent last year. And I didn't think it deserved to, come as low as it did. I think it only got 12 points from one country. I'm not entirely sure, but it didn't do very well. But the country, coming off of hosting always kind of struggles a little bit. So, who knows? Maybe Eden will take Israel back, will take the contest back to Tel Aviv again. That would be interesting. But I wouldn't mind it because this is such a fun ethnic blend of a track. So we have got so much going on in this song. We have so many different styles of music. We have this crossroads of culture. We've got Middle East meets Europe meets Ethiopia and North African. And it's just this wonderful sort of melting pot of different languages. There are 4 languages spoken. Of course, we've got English. We've got quite a bit of English lyrics, but we have Hebrew, as you would expect. Hebrew is the main language of Israel. We also have Arabic, and then we have Amharic, which is a language from Ethiopia. It's actually a very old language, one that I don't think has ever been sung at Eurovision before, that's for sure. Um, Aline is of Ethiopian descent, but she is an Israeli citizen. She's quite young. She won X Factor a few years ago. She's really, really famous in Israel. And I have not heard the other songs that she was potentially, it was a similar to Roxanne's situation where they picked the artist and then they pitched a bunch of different songs for her to perform, and she performed all of them, and then the public voted for the one they liked. I've only heard Feker Libi. Again, I didn't want to hear the other ones just because there's so many national selections going on. I can't keep up with it. And also, I didn't want to be upset and like have that kind of cloud my vision for the song that won if, a song I preferred didn't get chosen. That tends to like really kind of soil things for me. But in Feker Libi's case, I mean, I have a feeling a lot of people said it was the best of the bunch, and I don't doubt it because instantly this song grabbed me. This is a song that's doing everything right, in my opinion, for Eurovision. It's bringing new cultural instrumentation. We've got some, Middle Eastern Arabic instrumentation coming in. We have African instrumentation coming in. One of the things that I love about this song is that it is not overproduced. There is a lot of instrumentation on this track. We've got, like I said, tons of different instruments being used. But we do have some keyboard synth stuff, but it's only for the part that's very Eurodance during the chorus, where she's, doing this sort of Eurodance part. And then there's not a whole lot of other synthetic sounds. It's all live, feeling in that it's all like rhythmic stuff. It's like all of these drums and all of these hand instruments. And it really kind of comes together with this like wonderful alive flair, and it does not feel bogged down by, heavy synths, and it doesn't feel bogged down by, extensive reverb and extensive, compression on vocals and things like that. It just floats effortlessly, and it dances around all of these styles so brilliantly. And it's so refreshing to hear music like that coming from Eurovision, because we tend to have songs that are just, like I said, overproduced to anything. Serbia, I'm looking at you, to the point where it's just, I can't. It's so difficult to get past that wall of sound coming at you. That the elements of it that are interesting, the danceable elements, just get muddled out. We have the performance she gave where she has all these dancers on stage with her. I love the tribute to Ethiopian culture that this song is giving. I mean, yes, it has Hebrew lyrics. Yes, it's got Arab lyrics and some Arab instrumentation, but ultimately, I do think that this is a tribute to Ethiopia. She even shouts out during this sort of part that's a bit of a bridge breakdown, Eskista. And I did some research and I found out that that's this kind of unique kind of Ethiopian shoulder dance that she does. It's very kind of culturally like a folk dance for that country. And so that breakdown, she sort of is doing that tribute, and that's what she shouts that out for. And so I love that, just like throwing that tribute out there. It's brimming with life. The title translates to "My Beloved" or "The Love of My Life," and she sings that in several different languages. Feker Libi is the Amharic. Habib Albi is the Arabic, and Ahu Libi is Hebrew. So she does sing that throughout the more Middle Eastern sounding part of the track. Lyrically, it's pretty simplistic. We're celebrating our love tonight. We're coming together, and this love doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. It can be. There's definitely very heavily that implied, but it's all about just coming together and celebrating. It's really a great anthemic track for a contest like Eurovision that is supposed to bridge different cultures together and be a more colorful experience. And I think with the staging and with the styling, I am so in for the ride we're going to get. I love the colorful mandala like designs, that motifs that we have in the background that frame, different her face. I actually think it'd be really cool if, if she just went more in that direction with like colorful patterns across the stage with her outfits. There's a lot of hoop earrings that is used in the album artwork. So, her hair is just, the styling of her hair is like really powerful, I think. These unapologetically long braids that just fly effortlessly against her dance moves. And the dancers, male dancers, are really serving that choreography. Obviously, she has to be a little bit more refined with it because she has to be performing live. She's, singing, but also dancing and keeping that energy up and getting that breath work under control. She seems to have all of that, like top tier performer. She seems to have all of that under control. She seems to be really in shape and really great at doing that, singing live and also keeping up with the choreography. So I'm not worried that that's going to happen, because it's really hard, when you have a singer, an artist who's really trying to keep this energetic choreography up, but also like make sure their notes are like super on point. And I think that she will definitely succeed with that. If anything, out of all the other dancing performer artists that we're going to have on stage, this is definitely a qualifier. Israel is back in the semis this year. They got to skip that last year because they had been the host country. But this year they are back in the semis, and I have no doubt that this song is going to have so much love behind it. I think it's the perfect song that I think will please both the televote and the juries. The juries will really appreciate it as well, not just the televote. And that's something that really puts this song in a competitive edge that I think people should not be sleeping on. I know a lot of people are talking about like all these other countries when they're talking about like their top five and stuff, and I don't see so many people mentioning Israel. I know Israel just won, so I understand that there's a bit of bias there. But at the same time, come on, like you got to be objective here and look at how great this song is. If you don't like this song, what's wrong with you? Honestly, if you don't feel like dancing to this song, what is wrong with you? And ultimately, that's all I have to really say. Like, I am just extremely down for all the ethnic instrumentation, for something just so fresh. And when it comes on in the Eurovision playlist, I feel like I'm waking up. There's just so many songs I've been listening to, like all 40 songs in like a playlist, and I'm just like, oh God, like they get really tiresome after a while, Some of them just sound so much like the same. And then a song like this, it's like, oh, we're dancing. We're finally going somewhere else. Thank you. It's really a great breath of fresh air. So that's what Eden is serving us. She just has this infectious energy. I mean, like, ugh, I'm all about it. I am all about it. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this track. One other thing I just want to point out, I'm looking at the lyrical translations here. The Maka Lukema de, that's part she sings where it definitely sounds more like an African language. Apparently that's a made up language. That's what this is saying. Now, I don't know how much I trust this person, but they seem to be trustworthy. And it seems crazy to me that she would kind of make up her own ad libbed language. But it does seem like for those parts, that's what that is. It's more just syllables and consonants that, sound really good. But that technically, adds the amount of languages in here to 5. And I do think that that's quite interesting. Same with the pakama. I'm not sure if that's kind of like an Ethiopian music common for you to do, is just sort of like make these multiple syllable sounds that sound like another language, but don't mean anything. They're just riding the rhythm. And so I'd be really interested if anyone has more in the comments insight into all of that. And if I'm completely off base, I deeply apologize, but that's what lyricstranslate.com, this person who diligently went and translated all of this, is saying that's what that means. So yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments your thoughts, and if you have more information about this song. I mean, talk about a song that, like I said, so many details, layers upon layers upon layers of culture. So much to talk about, so much to explore and discover. And yes, Eden Alene, you are in my top 10. You are in my top 10. You're possibly in my top 5. You are possibly in my top 5. In fact, I can probably safely say you are in my top 5. I will be doing an official ranking video later once I get through all these other videos. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not heard this song, please do give it a listen, even if you're not a Eurovision fan, because this song is just like unreal. And I will see you all in my next video. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed. Peace, love, and light. Stay healthy out there. Bye.